All right, everybody. So good evening to the people who have just joined. And I welcome everybody to the free software testing classes. Today is the first class for that. And my name is Neha, and I'll be taking your testing classes, and I will be through your entire learning session for the testing program. All right, so this is the manual and the automation and the database testing free courses for 10 days, and I'm going to share the presentation that I have prepared for all of you, and we are going to go through that, and then let's start. Before we start, I would just like to quickly know with all the candidates or all the participants who have joined here, the majority of them are from the tech background, non-tech background, or what it is, so that I can understand the audience group, that what is the group of people that have joined today, and if people can reply on that, what is their educational background or what educational stream are they into now. Okay. Yeah. Hello. Yeah. So also type in what's your stream. I see people saying I am in Bachelor of Commerce. I am Masters. I am Mechanical Engineering. I am BCA first year. I am MCA. I am Computer Science Engineering. I am BE. I am Mechanical. I am Electrical BCA student. Okay. Okay. And I'm MCA. And also, my name is okay, BE stream CS. Okay, very good, very good. So most of them here are already having an excellent education qualification or an excellent education stream that they are currently working. They are currently acquiring. Very good. Okay. And now, yes, so I've got a lot of answers, and I would say that most of us here who have joined are either BE or a BTech, and just that they few of them are from the computer science background, and few of them are from the non-IT background. That's perfectly fine. That's absolutely perfect fine. That's what I wanted to know. And the second thing, I would be interested if everybody is comfortable in which language. I would be happy to good evening. I would be happy to cater in that language. So let me know if everybody wants me to have an English into communication, or I'm good with both the languages. I'm very good in Hindi and English both. Okay, both. So people are saying both. मैम मैम both दोनों लैंग्वेज में बताइए. ठीक है. ठीक है, let's if people are also saying English only, but then there are many people who have said, ma'am, please explain in both the languages. So it's fine, we will go with both the languages. हम दोनों language में बातें करेंगे. This will be a more of an interactive session, and we are going to speak in both the languages. So don't worry, the people who cannot understand English, I will communicate in Hindi as well, and the people who do not understand Hindi can refer to the Hindi as well that I'm going to speak. Okay, all right. So let's start करते हैं हम. और हम यहाँ पर अगले 10-12 डेज में सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग का फ्री कोर्स करने वाले हैं. We are going to do a free 10-day course for that, and I'm going to share the curriculum, and I'm going to tell a little bit about my organization. मैं थोड़ा सा इनफिनेंस लर्निंग सॉल्यूशंस कौन है, क्या है, what are we into, how can we help you, and how you can be benefited from our services. I'm going to take you through that. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with everybody so that we study together. Okay. And the objective of the classes that we are going to conduct for another 10 days has to be very interactive, guys. So I would really request everybody to be active. जितने क्वेश्चंस पूछना है पूछिए, पार्टिसिपेट करिए, कोई 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 क्वेश्चंस पूछता है तो बी एक्टिव, बी प्रोएक्टिव, उस पे टाइप करिए, क्वेश्चंस के रिप्लाई करिए, सो दैट यू नो द इंटरेस्ट कंटिन्यूज, जिससे कि मैं और आप दोनों इंटरेस्टेड रहेंगे एंड वी बोथ हैव अ गुड इंटरेस्ट इन लर्निंग. ऑल राइट. Okay. So this is the introduction to software testing concepts. We are going to cover the software testing overview. हम पूरा का पूरा software testing का overview करने वाले हैं इन 10 दिनों में, and we are going to understand about the wider testing market that we have, the automation testing that we have, the database testing we have. We are going to cater to all that, and we are going to learn together. Okay, we are going to learn together. I will be there for you for any queries or any questions that you have, even if the silliest, if they are the silliest questions also, that's also welcome, welcomed. Okay, so Infinance Learning Solution is a company. We are a company that is into training, consulting, staffing, and placement service provider. All right, so we are into training, we are into placement, we are into consultancy, we are into, we provide various management programs. We have a tie-up with the educational colleges as well, which will help, we help people to get there, or we help people to learn there, to get admissions into a higher classes, or into a post-graduation degree, into an undergraduation degree as well. So we have a tie-ups with the colleges, which allows you to work as well as simultaneously study and obtain your degree. So we have a partnership of programs, for management programs, for graduate programs such as BBA, BCA, MBA, MBA in all streams. So we are the partners for them. And coming back to the placement part, we have a tie-ups with a few multinational companies, wherein we are their placement partners. Meaning, if I have to say, मतलब कि उनकी उनकी जो requirements रहती है, we try to cater it first. हम उनकी requirements को पहले cater करते हैं. They come to us with the certain set of requirements. We put our candidates to them, and then this is how we help our candidates also to get the job, because we have the tie-ups with the multinational companies. So this is how we do the placement. Now we also provide training. Training is something that we provide training from right to the freshers to the leadership levels. Meaning हमारे पास जो programs हैं, training के programs हैं, that caters to the needs of the freshers, to the needs of the experienced people who have 2 years experience, to the people who have 5 years experience, and the little middle management as well. All right, so suppose if you have just completed your degree, or you're into your third year of your engineering, and then you're getting ready to get the job, so we do everything. We coach you, we build you, we train you, so that you land the job at the before you finish your final year of your um, graduation. All right, so how do we do it? We have different training programs based on your skills, based on your capabilities, based on your interest. We design the programs for you, that okay, you might be good enough for to learn this, and then we build your resume. We conduct the personality development classes. We then have this mock interviews, and then we have the final kind of an interview. And those also, there's a process which is around 3 to 4 months, which is building the technical skills of the candidate plus the non-technical, which we call the soft skills. So it's a combination of that. We do cater in all that. So we provide trainings to all the technical programs plus all the non-technical programs as well. Okay. So, and we are a team of people who have been into industry from last 17 years. So the people who run this organization or run this company are the young people who have an experience of around 17 to 20 years in the IT industry. So we know the latest trend, we know what is the market, we know how to capture the market, how to get the job, and this is what we want the candidates to be benefited from us. All right. Okay, now let me just quickly go into the our course content. Guys, so we are going to study the introduction of software testing. We are going to study testing principles, skills for testing, SDLC, STLC, types of testing, levels of software testing, waterfall model, V&V model, test case, development, testing techniques, defect management, test closure, best practices in testing. And then we also have this one. After that, we have a database testing. We have automation testing, which is going to use Selenium with Java. Then we have this Selenium basics, Selenium locators, API testing, and so on. So basically, we are trying to give an overview of the entire testing bucket. ठीक है, हम ट्राई ये कर रहे हैं कि आपको टेस्टिंग का जितना ज्यादा से ज्यादा स्कोप हो या जितना ज्यादा से ज्यादा हम ओवरव्यू देके कवर कर पाए इन 10 डेज में. ठीक है, सो दी 10 day classes are free. So this 10 days classes is absolutely free for everybody who is going to join, and plus we are also going to give you a completion certificate. Okay, you're also going to get a completion certificate that so and so candidate has successfully completed a software testing program from Infinas learning solution from this duration to this duration. We are going to mention and issue a completion certificate for you as well. The only condition for everybody to get the certification is you have to attend all the 10 classes. All right, make sense guys? है कि नहीं? आप हम आपको सर्टिफिकेट देंगे तो हम ये एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे ना कि आप हमारी क्लासेस अटेंड करिए, आप लर्न करिए, आप ग्रो करिए, isn't it? So we are going to see in the end of the course a completion certificate will be issued provided you attend all the 10 classes classes of this testing. So I see that people were asking this questions only, ma'am certificate provide हो रहे हैं कि नहीं? So yes, certificate provide हो रहे हैं. ठीक है? Ma'am, this course provides certificate now. Yes. And someone asked notes and recording will be provided. Yes, notes and recording will also be provided. ठीक है, notes and recordings भी provide करेंगे आपको, and you're also going to get the certificates as well. So far any questions that you have, please type in, and then we move on to the day 1 class. We are going to move into the day 1 class. Okay, if anyone has any questions related to the course, the content, or any other thing, then please type in, or we directly move on to the first day of our class. Okay, so people are saying continue. Okay, now, so now we start with the day 1. So what we have done is, the entire this entire content we have split up into day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. Okay, we have done this exercise that we do this day 1, day 2, day 3, and so on. So we are going to split this. So day 1 says what is an introduction to software testing, what are the software testing skills for software testing, why testing is necessary, and testing principles. Okay, so can anybody quickly type in what is software testing? What do you think, what is software testing? Anything जो आपके दिमाग में आए. Not necessarily it would be a right answer, guys. Absolutely not necessary that it will be a right answer. Fine, that should be fine. Testing an application, whether it's working fine or not, half correct, I would say half correct. Checking out software immediately after its prototyping, this also half correct. Whether the software application is error free or not, this probably is also I would say half correct. Software working is smoothly. Software testing is the process of So I'm glad. Thank you, everybody. So I'm very, very much glad that people are responding. I'm very much glad that people are at least responding whatever we know and we understand. And I would say that all of you have replied. All of you are correct. I would not say that you have sent wrong answers. I would also say that probably it's partially correct, or it has been half. It has been half. There is much more to the software testing that we are going to speak about. That it is defect free, and that it is error free, and so on. It is defect free, and it is checking and maintaining the software. It is testing the test cases. People have answered. So these are all a part in the software testing. ठीक है, ये सब सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग के छोटे छोटे से बिट्स एंड हमने क्या किया, डिफेक्ट फाइंडिंग टूल हमने क्या किया कि हमने ना बिट्स एंड पीसेस में आंसर दिए हैं. आप सभी ने ना बिट्स एंड पीसेस में आंसर दिए. नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू ऑल जॉइन टुगेदर एंड बिल्ड अ करेक्ट आंसर. ठीक है, that we are going to now join together, and I'm so glad that everybody almost attempted to answer this question and people were very much correct. All right, just that some sentences are missing from start, some sentences are missing at the end, but then I am glad that most people are here are not that they don't know anything, that what is testing हम पहली बार ही सुन रहे हैं. There are no such audiences for that. Very nice. All right, guys. Now, a software testing is something of determining that how effective a something is. How effective something is testing is the process of evaluating and verifying that a software product or application does what it is supposed to do. Guys, this is a very, very important thing, that a software testing is the process to evaluate that the software does what it is supposed to do. That what it is supposed to do. What it is supposed to do means that what it is supposed to do means if people here मुझे answers मिले लोगों के कि ma'am it means that it is defect free. Guys, a product can be defect free, or application can be defect free, but that would not mean that it is doing what it is supposed to do. अंडरस्टैंड द डिफरेंस. हम डिफरेंस समझते हैं कि हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि डिफेक्ट फ्री है और साथ में ये और साथ में डिफेक्ट फ्री है, तो फिर काम तो करेगा ही ना. लेकिन डिफेक्ट फ्री होने में और उसको जो काम करना है वो सही से करने में अंतर है. ठीक है, ठीक है. अगर अगर मुझे अगर मैंने आई एम श्योर दैट एवरीबडी वुड हैव इन सम पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम बिल्ड अ हाउस, या कभी घर रेंट पे रहे होंगे, या कभी बनते हुए घर को देखा होगा, या खुद का घर कभी बनाया होगा. मुझे सिंपल से एक बात बताओ. इफ यू टेल द आर्किटेक्ट दैट आई वांट अ विंडो ऑफ विच इज ऑफ 4x4 एंड ही डिजाइन्ड अ विंडो विच इज 4x6, वो विंडो में तो कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ये है वो विंडो में प्रॉब्लम. इट इज अ डिफेक्ट फ्री. वो विंडो खुल रहा है, वो विंडो बंद हो रहा है. दैट्स वेरी मच अ विंडो. बट देन व्हाट वाज योर रिक्वायरमेंट? व्हाट डिड यू वांटेड? व्हाट डिड यू वांट? You wanted something which is a 4x4 window, plus that window should open, close properly, and so on. When these two things meet, then we say that the product or the application is a quality product, and that is where the entire testing comes in the picture. Okay, that is where the entire testing comes in the picture. Any questions so far? Any questions, everybody? Just let me look at the chat box if anybody has any questions. No, very good. हाँ, ऑटोमेशन के भी सेशंस होंगे. यस, होंगे. ऑटोमेशन के भी सेशंस होंगे. रिकॉर्डिंग सेशंस भी मिलेंगे. Yes, you're gonna get the recording session, guys. All right, let's go back to the presentation. ठीक है? Okay, I'm going to quickly read. Software testing is a process to evaluate the functionality of a software with an intent. Please remember this line, intent to find whether the software meets the specified requirements or not, and that the product is defect free in order to produce a quality product. These two lines are extremely important. Software testing is done with an intent. An intent के पहले आपने लगाना है with an intent. Software testing is done with an intent to find whether the developed software meets the software requirement, and it is to also identify that the it is a defect free क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट. आप हमेशा ये बोलेंगे ना, पता है कि क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट, मैम क्वालिटी प्रोडक्ट है ये, वो इसकी बहुत क्वालिटी. पता है तुम्हें क्वालिटी ना, क्वालिटी की डेफिनेशन गाइस जो आपके लिए रहेगी ना वो मेरे लिए नहीं हो सकती है क्वालिटी की डेफिनेशन. ठीक है, आपके लिए क्वालिटी ये होगी. तभी तो मार्केट में आप जाते हैं, तो आपके पास, आप जब भी कोई भी सामान मार्केट में जाते हैं, आप कभी भी कोई भी सामान मार्केट में खरीदने जाते हैं, तो आपके पास वो शॉपकीपर रेंज बताता है कि सर ये सामान आपको 100 रुपए से 1000 रुपए की रेंज में मिलेगा. तो हो सकता है कि जो 100 रुपए वाला है उसको 100 रुपए में क्वालिटी नजर आ गई, जो जो 1000 रुपए वाला है उसको 1000 रुपए में भी क्वालिटी नजर नहीं आई. So this quality, is a very subjective word. What can mean a quality to you cannot mean a quality to me. Quality is something where when you fulfill the customer's requirement, when you satisfy the customer, that is equal to quality. ठीक है, अगर अगर आप यहाँ पे किसने, अगर कोई यहाँ पे कुछ कैंडिडेट्स अगर ऐसे हैं जिनके शॉप्स हैं, जो थोड़े बहुत कभी शॉप्स में काम किए हैं, they will relate to this. They will relate to this that when people come back, quality definition is very different. Quality is a very subjective word. ठीक है, so when we say that it is a quality product, in testing when we say that it is a quality product, उसका मतलब रहता है meeting the customer's requirement. As simple as that. आप वो कोई भी कहीं का भी कस्टमर हो, ठीक है, मैं इन जनरल भी बोल रही हूँ. आपने बोला ना कि सर इसकी इस कपड़े की क्वालिटी अच्छी, इसका मतलब है कि वो कस्टमर को पसंद आ गया है, तभी उसकी वो क्वालिटी अच्छी हो गई है. सिंपल. So this is just not about testing, it is also in the entire world. When we say about quality, it is meeting the customer's requirement, making the customer happy. So that is what it is, quality. So testing is all about ensuring two things: one, the quality, and the second thing is the defect free. So when we say quality, हमारे लिए ना quality equal to, सिंपल से सिंपल लाइन है, क्वालिटी इक्वल टू कस्टमर्स रिक्वायरमेंट. सिंपल. ठीक है, दैट्स द इंटेंट ऑफ द सॉफ्टवेयर टेस्टिंग. ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. We did this. Now a good software, what are the skills required for a software tester? ठीक है, अब मैं ये पूछूं कि what are the skills required for the software tester? So skills required for software tester, ठीक है, कि it's not that the skills required for software tester is it's a very difficult skills or it's a niche skills. नहीं, these skills required for softwares are pretty simple skills, which which are some analytical skills, which are some good written and verbal skills. I would say this is a very key skill. Written, verbal and written communication skills are important skills for being a good tester. ठीक है, passion तो आपको हर काम में ही चाहिए. Whether you're working, whether you're there today with me in the class, you need to have that interest. आपके पास वो इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए कि ओके मैम, अगर मैम मुझे समझा रहे हैं तो मैम अगर एफर्ट्स पुट कर रहे हैं तो मेरी तरफ से भी इक्वल एफर्ट्स जाने चाहिए. सो दैट स्किल इज इम्पोर्टेंट टू नो. टेक्निकल स्किल्स, हाँ थोड़े बहुत टेक्निकल स्किल्स आपको आने चाहिए. एटीट्यूड आपका सही होना चाहिए, आपके पास कॉमन सेंस अच्छा होना चाहिए. these are the few features that I would say required for the software testers, and if we don't have that, we can build that. The best part is अगर आपके पास इसमें से verbal and written communication आपका उतना strong नहीं है, then we can build this. We can work on building this. ठीक है? So there is nothing that you cannot build and there is nothing that you cannot work on, isn't it? Do you agree or don't you agree? Agree? Yes or no, guys? Agree, ma'am. Yes. Yes. Very good. Yes. है कि नहीं? So why testing is necessary? Yes, very good. Why testing is necessary? हम कुछ डेवलप करते हैं ना, हम कुछ बनाते हैं और हम भेज देते हैं ना मार्केट में. क्यों टेस्टिंग करना है? क्यों करना है बताओ, क्यों करना है? Why do you think? Can anybody tell me why do you think कि हाँ भाई टेस्टिंग करना है? क्यों करना है? टेस्टिंग किए बिना भी तो ठीक है ना, क्या है, फन क्या है, भेज दो. What do you people say? Without error we deliver the software to client. सी विदाउट एरर, मैं वही बार बार बोल रही हूँ, पहली बात थी मैंने बोली विदाउट एरर, और अगर कस्टमर रिक्वायरमेंट ही नहीं डिलीवर किए तो क्या फायदा हुआ ना. एरर के बिना भी 4x4 की खिड़की भी तो वो हवा देगी, 4x6 की खिड़की भी तो अपने को हवा देगी ही ना. To check whether the customer's requirements are met or not, absolutely. So guys, just tell me one thing. We all have phones. हमारे सबके पास phones रहते हैं. So do you think when the Apple phone or the Samsung or the Android phones, when they develop it, and when they have all those when they have so many features in that, and then they create that features, वो features सारे create हुए, that features all are created, and then they put that into the phone. Do you think they will be testing the phone within their internal employees बिफोर लॉन्चिंग इट टू मार्केट कि आईफोन 15 आने वाला है अभी, ऑल राइट, अच्छा फीचर्स तो बन गए हैं, सारा फोन रेडी है, लेट्स लॉन्च इट टू द मार्केट. Do you think we need to do a proper testing with the internal employees? They will give a phone for maybe 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks for the internal people to do a rigorous testing before they launch into the market. Do you think? Yes, we do think, because testing is so important that you don't want to put your customers or at stake. पता है तुमको, पता है guys, अगर हम बिना टेस्टिंग किए चले गए ना, तो नुकसान होगा, पैसों का नुकसान होगा, बिजनेस का लॉस होगा, तुम्हारी रेप्यूटेशन भी स्टेक पे आ जाएगी. बिकॉज कोई कंपनी की एक बार रेपुटेशन गिर गई और एक बार कस्टमर के दिमाग में बैठ गया कि अच्छा इसके फोन तो डिफेक्टिव होते हैं, याद है हमने i15 लिया था, कैसा डिफेक्टिव था वो फोन, तो देन एप्पल का रेपुटेशन गिर गया, मतलब वो गिर ही गया. इट विल टेक years to come back to that. So until and unless you do a proper testing, बहुत सारी चीजें स्टेक पे लगी रहती है. पैसा तो लगा ही रहता है स्टेक पे, बिजनेस लगा रहता है, रेप्यूटेशन भी लगी रहती है. ठीक है. So a testing is very very critical. Why? Because it ensures reliability, it ensures stability, it ensures customer satisfaction. बहुत सारे hidden चीजें ये ensure करती है proper software testing. It ensures peace. हमें पीस रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा, हमें पूरे टाइम वो तो नहीं लग रहा यार टेस्टिंग किए बिना ही मार्केट में लॉन्च कर दिया, टेस्टिंग किए बिना कुछ होगा तो क्या करेंगे कुछ. You will not have those sleepless nights. You will have peace while using that software. So testing is very very important. All right. ठीक है. Let me quickly read this for you. And what is uh, all right, software testing is a critical part in SD. When I say SD, it is service delivery. If there is a bug in the application, we can resolve them before go live. A properly tested software enhances security, reliability, performance, reduces time, reduces cost, and increases the overall quality of software, which in turn increases the customer satisfaction. ठीक है? It increases the customer satisfaction. All right, guys. Now I have just put in the most important part of here in our chat for everybody to have a look and read it. Okay. Testing is more important to satisfy the requirements. Yes, it is. Yes, you're right. It is. With the help of testing, the developers will get a chance to clear out the mistakes that has caused errors on their own software. Absolutely. Yes, yes. So I'm glad that you people already know a little bit of testing and all that. It's just that we need to put the right kind of definitions and right kind of words in the right place. Okay. Now we are going to read the software testing principles. We are going to read everything have some principles. So we are going to read software testing principles. Okay. All right. So there are 7 software testing principles. First is testing shows the presence of defect. टेस्टिंग शोज द प्रेजेंस ऑफ डिफेक्ट, मतलब टेस्टिंग करके हमें ये पता चलता है कि उसमें डिफेक्ट है. एंड व्हाट इज द डिफेक्ट? डिफेक्ट इज समथिंग, डिफेक्ट इज इक्वल टू ठीक है. Yes, defect is a bug. Defect is equal to when expected versus actual is not the same. So testing shows the presence of defect. That is the first principle of testing. कि हम testing करेंगे ना जब, तो guys, when you do the testing ना, do not do with an intention to prove that the software is correct. Do with an intention to prove that the software is incorrect. तब तुम्हें डिफेक्ट्स मिलेंगे. तुम यही माइंडसेट लेके उतरना है हमें that this software is not working. There will be errors in this. If we have that opposite mindset that the software will be good, it is very it will be working the way we want, then there are chances that you might not be able to find the defects. So we have to enter with the mindset that the testing, while doing testing, we are going to get defects because this will have some defects. Okay. Now second principle is exhaustive testing is impossible. It is a very important and a very important thing that is almost asked in an interviews when fresher goes, that do you think exhaustive testing is possible? So simply they ask this question, do you think exhaustive testing is possible? So what is exhaustive testing and why do we say that the second principle of testing is exhaustive testing is impossible? हम क्यों बोलते हैं कि exhaustive testing हम नहीं कर सकते हैं? हम क्यों बोलते हैं कि एग्जॉस्टिव टेस्टिंग नहीं है, हम नहीं कर पा रहे एग्जॉस्टिव टेस्टिंग? ठीक है. नाउ सपोज इफ यू आर वर्किंग ऑन अ वेबसाइट, ओके, यू आर वर्किंग ऑन अ वेबसाइट. नाउ देयर इज अ टेक्स्ट बॉक्स. आपके पास ना एक टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है. ठीक है, आपके पास एक टेक्स्ट बॉक्स है और आप उस टेक्स्ट बॉक्स को टेस्ट करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. ठीक है, अब उस टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में ना नंबर 1 to 100 ले रहा है. ठीक है, क्या ले रहा है वो नंबर? 1 to 100 ले रहा है. ठीक है, अब मुझे एक बात बताओ, आप उसमें 1 से लेकर उस टेक्स्ट बॉक्स में 1 डालेंगे, 2 डालेंगे, 3 डालेंगे, ऐसे करके आप 100 तक तो नहीं डाल सकते हैं कि डाल सकते हैं? कैन वी पुट दैट? नो, एंड दैट इज नॉट अ गुड टेस्ट. अगर हमको वो टेस्टिंग 2 घंटे में कंप्लीट करनी है तो हम क्या उसमें उस टेस्ट बॉक्स में 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 100 करते के डाल के देखते जाएंगे कि काम कर रहा है कि नहीं, काम कर रहा है कि नहीं? हम चालाकी क्या करेंगे, हम या तो एक बार 0 डाल के देखेंगे, या तो हम एक बार 10 डाल के देखेंगे, फिर हम बीच का कोई 65 70 ऐसे कुछ डालेंगे, फिर हम एक बार अगर 100 तक है तो हम एक बार 101 डाल के देखेंगे, और हम ये एज्यूम कर लेंगे 4 टेस्ट में कि वो 0 से लेकर 100 तक काम कर रहा है. नो, एग्जॉस्टिव टेस्टिंग इज नॉट अ परफॉर्मेंस टेस्टिंग एट ऑल. ठीक है, सो वो काम कर रहा है. मतलब when there are lot of permutations and combinations, guys, when there are a lot of permutation and combinations, when there are a lot of possibilities, when there is a lot of data to enter and test, you cannot test all of them, which is practically impossible. And so we say that exhaustive testing is not possible. हमारे पास ऐसे टेस्टिंग टेक्निक्स होते हैं जब हमारे पास ह्यूज डेटा होता है ना, ह्यूज डेटा रहता है, ह्यूज प्रोबेबल कॉम्बिनेशंस और परम्यूटेशंस बहुत होते हैं ना, तब हम क्या करते हैं, तब हम टेक्निक यूज करते हैं कि अच्छा इतने एक एक 10,000 10 लाख परम्यूटेशंस एंड कॉम्बिनेशंस बन रहे हैं ना, तो हम आइडेंटिफाई करते हैं टेक्निक से कि कौन सा टेक्निक यूज करें कि सारा कवरेज पूरा हो जाए. कवरेज पूरा हो जाएगा गाइस, लेकिन एग्जॉस्टिव टेस्टिंग नहीं करनी पड़ रही है. we try to use testing techniques which says that you cover all the possibilities, but you're not doing exhaustive testing, because exhaustive testing का कोई limit नहीं है. Remember this line, exhaustive testing has no limit. ठीक है, exhaustive testing has no limit. So if ever they ask you in interview that do you think exhaustive testing is possible, your answer has to be clearly no, a big no. No, exhaustive testing is not possible. We cannot test all the permutations, combinations, all the data types and everything into testing. We need to use we need to be smart enough, to use those testing technique so that we cover everything, but we do not do exhaustive testing. Okay, any questions on this? Any questions? No ma'am. Okay, all right, very good, very good. All right, all right, let's move on to the third principle of testing. We have 7 principles. So third principle of testing shows what? All right, early testing. What does it say? Early testing. I did not get your question, ma'am. My question is correct, is not. Bhushan, can you tell your question again? I did not understand the question. Yeah, just type in your question a little elaborate and just type in. I'll try to answer that. Okay. Third principle is early testing. Okay. Early testing means what? What is an early testing? Early testing means that you start the process of testing early. अर्ली टेस्टिंग मीन्स ये नहीं कि आपके पास एक वेबसाइट है तो आप बोलोगे कि वेबसाइट तो हमारे पास आई ही नहीं है डेवलप होके, वेबसाइट तो बनी नहीं है, मैं टेस्ट क्या करूं. यू स्टार्ट द प्रोसेस अर्ली. If you have got some documents, you start reading the documents, you start thinking something, you start building something, you start writing something. That is called early testing. Early testing means ये नहीं कि मुझे एक website मिली है ready की हुई and then I start testing it. I will say how can I do early testing? I have not got the build yet. The developer has not given me the build to test. How do I start the testing? No, the early testing means the testing activity and the processes has to start early. The testing activity and the processes has to start early. Okay. Now the fourth principle is a very important principle and a very important concept that is also used in day-to-day life. That is a defect clustering, which talks about 80-20 principle. Has anybody read about 80-20 principle? If can anybody quickly reply 80-20 principle? There's something called as 80-20 principle. What is the name of that 80-20 principle? Has anybody heard before this 80-20 principle? Okay, I'm okay. No, okay, fine. We are gonna understand this 80-20 principle, what it is. If in case anybody knows what they have heard about it. Okay, fine. Then let me explain. It's fine. It's okay. If you have not heard, it's all right. So now 80-20 principle is, you know what? It is called a Pareto principle. It is called a Pareto principle. Okay. It's called a Pareto principle. What does a Pareto principle? It says, what does it 80-20 says? That 80% of the defects, 80% of the defects are present in the 20% of the modules. Try to understand this meaning. This is your website. You have these tabs here, small tabs here, and this entire page consists of 100%. Now there are 5 tabs, 1 2 3 4 5 tabs. What is the percentage of each tab? 20%. This one tab is 20, this 20, this 20, this 20, 20, 20. Fine. So it total becomes 100%. Pareto principle says that 80% of the defect will be present in 20% of the application. Means that when there are so many tabs here, 20 20 20, so there will be only one tab. There will be only one tab where you can find that 80% of the defect. That is our principle number 4, defect clustering. Clustering is something which is a group. Cluster means what? A group. So uh, defects can, what happens it, not in this entire web page, not all the modules will be difficult. There will be a case that okay, only one module is little complicated, where there are chances that 70 to 80% defects will be there in that module only. So if I understand that, and if I focus on that 20% of the module, then I will be able to resolve 70 to 80% of the defects. So this is called a defect clustering, that all the group of defects are present in one area. That is called an 80-20. 80% of the defects are present in the 20% of the area or the application. That is also called as Pareto principle. ठीक है? So तुम कभी, guys, you all have studied engineering. Okay, so now if you have 5 subjects, are all 5 subjects equally difficult? Tell me. Are all 5 subjects equally difficult? Yes or no? No. Right? No. Yes, absolutely no. Because some will be little simple, one will be okay, one will be moderate, maybe one will be a little complex. So what you say, that you spend more than your 70-80% of time to understand that chapter or that subject. And then rest you all say that okay, fine, if I capture this, if I read this, then I am done in my this semester. So that is it, what for the web applications, for the software, for all the applications, that not everything can be complicated. There will be one section wherein that will be most complicated, and all the defects you will find in that section. So try to pick that section, try to understand which is the complicated part, use your testing techniques, use your smartness, and try to figure that out. Once you have figured that out, then you will be using this defect clustering principle. Okay, understood? That's the defect. So you need to be smart. For testing, you need to be smart. You need to have a lot of common sense. Okay? Now the 5th principle talks about pesticides paradox. Have anybody heard about the word pesticides in general? In general, हमने कभी ये word सुना है pesticide? In general, forget about software testing. In general पे हमने कभी ये word सुना है? हमने सुना है? Have you heard, have you learned about this word? Have you heard about not the entire word, paradox nahi, I'm only asking about pesticide. Chemical substance as in what? Medicine. Yes, pesticide is used for plants. Yes. Yes. Now pesticide word is what? It is the word meant to kill pest. Pesticide is what? It is the word meant to kill the pest. मतलब जो pests को मारे उसको हम बोलते हैं pesticides. और pest का मतलब क्या होता है? कीड़े मकोड़े. ठीक है? आप मुझे एक बात बताओ, तुम एक पेस्टिसाइड लेके आओ प्लांट्स पे स्प्रे करने के लिए, हमारे प्लांट्स पे कीड़े लगे एंड वी जस्ट स्टार्ट स्प्रेइंग टू दी केमिकल, दैट इज अ केमिकल सब्सटेंस. ठीक है, आप फार्मिंग के लिए यूज होता है. परफेक्ट. सो इफ यू कीप ऑन यूजिंग द सेम केमिकल सब्सटेंस इनटू द सेम सेट ऑफ प्लांट्स, आफ्टर सम टाइम यू विल फाइंड दैट कीड़े तो मर ही नहीं रहे. Why is that so? Why that pesticide had stopped working after a period of time? Why that has stopped working after a period of time? You know why? Because they get used to. they get used to. Have you guys ever tried that when we bring all out or when we bring good night in our home, we use it for few days, वो ठीक रहता है, लेकिन कुछ दिन बाद वो all out के box पे ही हम मच्छर को बैठा हुआ देखते हैं. Has anybody noticed this? This is because now that mosquito is used to with that pesticide. जितना जितना उसनो को वो pesticides के used to होते होते वो इतना strong बन गया है कि उस पे कोई असर ही नहीं होता है अब. So what is the uh, what do we do to get rid of this? What do we do to get rid of this? We change the pesticides. We bring a little stronger one. We change the formula. We bring something different. And then it starts working. Correct? So pesticide paradox means अगर हम same mindset लेके टेस्टिंग करने जाएंगे तो हमें एक बार तो डिफेक्ट्स मिल जाएगा. एक बार हम डेवलपर्स को बोल देंगे कि this is not working, can you fix this is not working, can you kindly fix this. We will tell one, he will fix it. But then again, if we just look at that, at one point of time we will not find defects. We need to think little out of the box. We need to think little smarter. Okay, we do not have to have that same approach of thinking. Okay, you don't have to be predictable. Guys, you watch cricket. We all watch IPLs and crickets. If the bowler is throwing same set of ball all the time, the batsman को तुरंत समझ में आ जाएगा कि इसका तो पूरा का पूरा ball full toss है. And he keeps start hitting 4 and 6 and 4 and 6, and suddenly what does the bowler do? He just he just throws a slower ball, and then the guy gets bowled. So then that is what. So you have to be smart enough to not be a pesticide paradox. Okay, you need to keep on upgrading your the set of tests. You need to keep on upgrading your style of testing. Okay, that is what it is. Pesticides paradox. That is this fifth principle. Now, sixth principle is pretty simple. It is pretty simple. I know all of you will relate to this. Testing is context dependent. Now, I will just simply ask one question and I want people to quickly reply. ठीक है, फटाफट reply करना. मेरे पास एक कॉमर्स की साइट है, ई कॉमर्स की साइट है, Amazon, and I have a banking site, SBI or HDFC Bank. Will you have the same set of tests in your mind to test both the applications, or your approach will be different? Different or same? Just guys reply in this line. Just reply in these words. Different or same? Will the approach be different or will the approach be same? Quickly. फटाफट reply करिए. See, all of you already know the answer. When I ask, when I would have said that, okay, you tell me what is context dependent, then you might would have thought कि ये क्या है, what is it, इसका आंसर क्या होगा. I just elaborated it. मैंने सिर्फ उसको break कर दिया that you have two different websites. एक वेबसाइट है कॉमर्स की, ई कॉमर्स की वेबसाइट है, एक वेबसाइट है बैंकिंग की. हमको उसका टेस्ट करने का तरीका सेम रहेगा कि अलग रहेगा. आप सब ने करेक्ट आंसर दिया. हु सेड different? Yes, that is what our sixth principle says, that testing is context dependent. आप एक माइंडसेट लेके टेस्टिंग करने के लिए नहीं जा सकते हैं. We need to think as per the context. हमारे पास जो एप्लीकेशन हमें मिला है ना टेस्ट करने के लिए, हमारा टेस्टिंग उस हिसाब से होगा. Sixth principle says testing is context dependent. Make sense? Type fast. Make sense? Yes or no? That's why I don't want to waste your time also to write big sentence. That's why I just say to type one word and small words. Make sense? Testing has to be context dependent. Yes or no? Yes. Yes. So someone says big yes. Absolutely big yes. Very good. Very good, everybody. So I really see here that you all know a lot of things. It's just that we are going to learn together. ठीक है, कुछ आप भी मुझे सिखाइएगा. ठीक है. Let's make this session as interactive as possible and let the questions come up. And the last principle of testing is absence of error fallacy. जो कि हमने ना पता है जब टेस्टिंग हम कर रहे थे ना तो मैंने ये एक्सप्लेन आपको कम से कम 3-4 बार इस सेशन में ही कर दिया. All right, so just let me rephrase it. The moment I rephrase it, every one of you will get the answer. You remember I gave an example of this window that a client comes in and says to the architect that I want a 4x4 window, and the designer designed a 4x6 window, and then designer says wow ये तो ज्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है, this is so nice, क्या प्रॉब्लम है इसमें, क्या बताइए क्या प्रॉब्लम है, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, खुल रहा है, बंद हो रहा है, it's opening, it's airy, it looks so nice. You will say that it looks nice for you, it is opening fine, it is closing fine, but then I जो 2 फीट का जो विंडो मेरा आपने कट कर दिया ना, मेरे पास उसके लिए कुछ और प्लान्स थे. So this means that उस कोई भी चीज को सॉल्व करने में भले एरर नहीं है, लेकिन हम ये नहीं बोल सकते that it is a quality product. Absence of error fallacy does not mean that the software is a quality product. ठीक है? Do you agree? Absence of error fallacy का मतलब ये है कि एरर ना होना इस बात का ये प्रमाण नहीं है that there is that the software is working as expected or it is a quality product. So don't go on this that okay I have tested a software which is free of bugs. That is half. You have done it half. Free of bugs, plus it has to meet the customer's requirement and fulfill the customer and make the customer happy. That is what we do the testing for. ठीक है? So this is what is the day one, guys. So this is what was the plan for day one today, that we are going to cover what is software testing, brief introduction, and the 7 testing principles. Can you see? 7 testing principles, skills for testing, why testing is necessary, and we have covered all for today. Tomorrow we are going to cover an important thing, which is the SDLC. Very important thing, which is the SDLC cycle and the STLC. We'll try to cover STLC and SDLC both. Okay? Okay, so far you can say the 7 principal changes as per customer requirements to update and modify the software. Yes. All right. So for day two, guys, we are going to cover what SDLC, and I will also try to cover STLC. देखते हैं. We'll see. Okay. So tomorrow is Sunday. So Sunday we are not working. We are not working tomorrow. I won't be able to give the training tomorrow. So we are going to have the next class on Monday at 7 p.m. Okay. All right. So we are going to have the next session on Monday, and we are also going to have the next session on Monday, and then come prepare with the questions that you have so far. Come prepare with any questions that you have for the software testing. If time permits, we will have a discussion on that questions as well. What do you think? How was the session? Informative? Good? Good, ma'am. Good, ma'am. All right. So if you have any questions, thank you, ma'am, for the interesting sessions. Welcome. Welcome. Okay. So like I said, you will be getting the recording. You will be getting the completion certificate. Just that you need to attend all the classes. Okay. All right. So have a nice weekend. Take some rest, spend some time with your family, do read something, do go through the testing couple of modules that we have discussed today, come up with questions, and let's meet on Monday at 7 p.m. And we are going to share the WhatsApp number in the group or so that if any of your friends are interested to join, ask them to join as well. Everyday session will be at 7 p.m. Yes, absolutely, yes. All right. See you, everybody, on Monday. Be prepared. Have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. Take care.